Slideless yet open, the 2025 Silver Lake 2300 RD is a great layout for several reasons. You have excellent entertainment space in the back, nice big kitchen over on the camp side aisle bathroom, and because there aren't any slides, you have full access to all of this no matter if you're parked or traveling down the road. Taking a look at the kitchen space, you will see that you have thermoformed countertops on here, undermount stainless steel bowl. It does come with a cutting board as well, for whatever that's worth to you. But I just like the fact that you get a big sink, the 3-burner cooktop over to the side, and you still have some additional prep on both sides of the sink here. That cutting board, again, as I mentioned, does just kind of give you a little extra if need be. You also have good storage underneath. Opening these up, I mean, there's great storage all throughout here. You have 2 drawers that are going to be centered, plus a 3rd one underneath the microwave. They put the microwave underneath in place of an oven just because it's found that most people don't use ovens. If that's a deal breaker for you, that may be the case, but just know that that is what they have done. And instead, or because they did that rather, you get all this amazing storage up top, which because you have 81-inch ceiling heights in here, that is going to be nice tall storage, right? You get a few extra inches of storage up there. The hood, of course, is going to be right there. Lights underneath helping to lighten things up. And if you need an electrical outlet, that will be located there so you can plug in any auxiliary equipment. Now, as for pantry space, that's going to be right across the way. And it's big, nice big pantry, so it's easy to get to. And the refrigerator opens the right way for prepping food, right? You're doing things, able to reach in and out. I like that they kind of thought that through at least. You can see that it is a 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. This is 10.7 cubic foot, so it is going to be nice and big. And then as we step back into that entertainment space, kind of as I was talking about, I really like this space. This for me, it feels intimate enough with everyone kind of sitting close together. But you can still kind of kick back and relax if it's just 2 of you. You have a place for a TV right up top. It is going to be a little hard to see from these seats, but if you're in the far side of the booth dinette, again, if it's just the 2 of you, or you can sit right here, you should have a pretty good angle to it. But the big part about this one, right, as I mentioned, not only is it slideless, but you have great views all around the back. So if you're able to back up to a campsite, this is a really good floor plan, especially if it's a tight campsite, because as I mentioned, you don't have to deal with anything on either side of you in terms of slides. There are going to be an electrical outlet as well as dual USB port underneath the table if you have to do some work while you're camping or on the road. And underneath the jackknife sofa, you see you have full access. You can see the removable little center armrest right here, armrest over to the side there. And then you will also see that you have the cutout. So the cutout's kind of nice, just makes it a little bit easier to access anything, or if you just want to use it for like shoe storage, you can do that too. I know it's in the back, but take your shoes off, slide them underneath, you're good to go. Storage across the top with LED lights, you will find that on both sides here again. So just really maximizing the storage space. You have good seating, good kitchen, and tons of storage, all without having any slide outs. Then as we take a look at the side aisle bathroom, you can see that this one is going to be a pocket door here. It is a pretty good pocket door, pretty good privacy overall. Taking a step inside, I'll sit down, and I have pretty good space here. My left shoulder, is a little bit tight to the wall. So if you're, excuse me, if you're a little bit wider than me, you may rub there. But at 6 foot tall, about 200 pounds, I do have plenty of leg room here. Over to the side is the vanity. You can see you have some extra storage, good space underneath, and under the sink you have some additional storage there. This is probably a smart move, even though I'd like to have put a trash can, and this kind of eliminates the possibility to do that. It does give you more storage for things like toilet paper, or if you have to put towels down there, you can do that, even though I'd probably stuff them in here. And then you can see you have the kind of dual medicine cabinet, right? One with the mirror, the other one right here off to the side. Turn some lights on in here, sorry. You will also see that up top you have a motion sensor light. It's currently off, but you can turn that either off, on, or to the motion sensor setting, so when you walk in, the light automatically turns on. And for the shower, it is a larger than normal shower pan. You know, not necessarily in width, but if we look at the depth, I can turn here, I can shut this curtain, and I still have a ton of space. I really like that when you're able to do that in a shower, because otherwise the curtain's just all over me and I don't like that feeling. Maybe it's a me thing. The other thing is, because those 81-inch ceilings at 6 foot tall, I can fully stand in here, and I can actually enjoy a shower because this one has a tankless on-demand water heater. So, you know, if I want to take a 20-minute shower, I can do it in this camper. If you want some music, this one does come with, it's prepped for the Bluetooth speaker, so you can buy that, hook it up right there, and that'll be like its little charging station, which is nice. And then up front in the bedroom, you can see the queen bed right in the center. This is a 60 by 80 residential size queen. You kind of have the storage shelves on both sides with electrical outlets and USB ports, as you would expect, wardrobes on both sides, and a nice deep shelf right in between the two. If you want TV, that will hook up right over here, and this one is prepped for Wi-Fi again if you have to do a little work on the road. But what about the construction on the 2300? Well, I'll start on the tires, kind of work our way up. The tires on this one are going to be 205/75 R15s, and those are going to be D load range tires. If we take a look at the underbelly, it is going to be fully enclosed, insulated, and heated with forced air heat. So as long as the furnace is running, it will force that heat into the underbelly, keeping everything nice and toasty. The flooring on this one inside, I forgot to talk about, but this one does have 2x3 inch floor joists instead of 2x2s that a lot of manufacturers use, and on top of that is 5/8 inch tongue and groove plywood flooring. The sidewalls are going to be your standard aluminum construction. It's going to be a 2-inch thick wall with R7 insulation all the way throughout. And up top, you have double rafters every 14 inches. And on top of that is going to be the Tough Flex PVC roof membrane, which when you're looking at that versus rubber is going to have a few advantages. The biggest one being that it requires almost no maintenance. It's also going to be sun, weather, and chemical resistant. You don't have to worry about ponding water. It's also going to be tear and puncture resistant. But of course, none of this matters if you can't tow it to your destination, so let's talk weights. Dry weights on this one is 4,950 pounds, right under that 5,000 mark. But your GVWR is an impressive 7,565. I mean, you're talking 2,500 pounds of carrying capacity in this thing. You can really load it up. So what that means is that's going to kind of vary with what you want to tow it with. Can you do it with a tow vehicle that can tow 6,000 pounds? Maybe, if you pack really, really light, but chances are you're probably going to be looking at somewhere in that 7,000 pound and up mark to effectively tow this camper. Taking a look right up front at some of the features, this one has the power tongue jack, as well as two 20-pound propane tanks with the cover, rails for the battery, and a battery disconnect. All of those are going to be standard features. You also have the diamond plating down here, helping to protect that front end, as well as the smooth aluminum front, which not only looks better, but is also easier to clean. Coming around to this side in the pass-through storage, it has a magnetic catch. And if we take a look inside the pass-through, a couple things to note. One, it is well lit. You have two lights in here. Another is the fact that this is fully finished off, so you don't have to worry about, you know, snagging anything when pulling it in or out. It also looks a lot better. Plus, it is going to be massive, and this coach is going to be prepped for power stabilizer jacks. Comes with standard, but if you want to upgrade to the power ones, it is going to already be prepped for it. Taking a look up top, you can see the power awning with an LED light strip on there. And then you have your main entrance with the foldable grab handle, as well as the solid step. It's going to just be a two-stepper. This one has the aluminum treads on there, as well as most of your solid steps do, so that way you don't have to worry about those rusting out on you. You can also see that you have TV hookup if you like to watch TV while you're outside. And if you got a little four-legged friend with you, you do have a spot right here that you can hook them up, so that way they don't go running off. You don't have to, you know, that's especially nice if you have like a concrete pad for a site where you can't put anything into the ground. You also see the propane quick connect right over here to the side, so that if you have like a Blackstone grill or a Coleman grill you want to plug in, it's nice and easy to do that. You have the square tubular bumper right in the back. Mounted to that is going to be your spare tire, which is probably one of the easiest places to access the spare. Again, it is a full-size spare on here, folks. The same thing that we have for the rest of the tires. Taking a look up top, you can see that this one has backup camera prep right there. And over to this side is going to be your ladder prep, because this one does have that 5/8 inch decking on there, so it is going to be a fully walkable roof. Right around to the back, 30 amp power supply is going to plug in right there. That is a detachable cord. This is our on-demand water heater. City water inlet will be located here. Black tank flush right underneath. Outside shower over here as well. Last couple things I want to hit on. You can see right down below is going to be your termination, just a single termination on this coach. Cable and satellite will be up here. Fresh tank fill will be located here as well. Now, if you like kind of that rear entertainment space this one has, but you're looking for something that maybe has a little more space, maybe a slide out, then check out the Silver Lake 2500 I have coming up next.